The aim of art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Popular quotes by Aristotle. The Artist Press is back. Welcome. First on the show, the Tim and Carol Gallery of Art, in collaboration with SNA Lagos and Ogun State Chapter, presents October Rain 2023, themed Cross Currents in celebration of Pa Timothy Adebanjo Fasuyi, a renowned artist and accomplished educationalist.
October Rain 2023 is quite different from what we've been having because it has always been a solo show. A solo show in what sense? It has always been Lagos thing and Lagos thing alone. But this time, Cross Current has taken us beyond the shores of Lagos alone and has moved us into Ogun State. So we are doing a collaborative show with Ogun State Chapter of the Society of Nigeria, which means that this is a bigger one that has gone beyond just the Lagos metropolis alone. And then this is a different one because it's not going to be in one gallery alone. We're going to be having it in two different galleries, although that was the same thing that happened last year. But this is coming in a new dimension. And there will be an auction that will be coming along with this show also. Just going beyond just exhibitions. We're going to be having more shows, more events, that will bring more artists together, where we'll be able to dine and focus more on some projects ahead. So this particular event and the auction are geared towards making that a reality, and that is what people should expect.
The difference between the October Rain last year and this year's one is about the cross currents of ideas, fertilization between the two states, and which is something that has never been done in the history of Nigerian art. And when you are looking at this year's exhibition, you could be able to see the new dimension in terms of cross currents of between the younger ones and the older ones. That's why we are having it to celebrate Pa Fasuyi this year. And Pa Fasuyi is one of the legends that we have in this industry, and being one of the living legends, we are trying to make a kind of platform for the upcoming ones to be able to read him and hear from him directly the experience of what he did for the art industry.
The 17th edition of October Rain Juried Art Exhibition tagged Cross Currents is a group show organized in honor of Pa Timothy Adebanjo Fasuyi, a foremost contemporary Nigerian artist and former art advisor to the federal government of Nigeria. The array of works being displayed spotlights on diverse themes, styles, movements, and subject matters in art and life in general. The participating artists use their awesome works to communicate possibilities while discharging positive, creative energies to the world. Both new and archival works by the members of SNA are featured.
And here we are today at the Cross Currents, which happens to be the collaboration, the first of a kind, between Lagos Chapter and Ogun State Chapter. And like I told you, this is a first of a kind. It's just to bring us together, a like mind together, to work together, to embrace this. This is our annual exhibition, October Rain, and I want to implore you to enjoy yourself and do have a wonderful moment.
October Rain has come to stay in the calendar of Society of Nigerian Artists. And this year exhibition is very unique in the sense that we are having collaboration with Ogun State chapter of the same association. So by and large, Party Fashui has contributed immensely to the circle of art and circle of life in the area of creativity. So it is only normal for us to appreciate his effort, celebrate him while he is still alive, and try as much as possible to encourage other artists that there is dignity in labor.
Quite a privilege to be here today to see how our office can collaborate with the Nigerian Art Society to do a great exhibition like this. Because this is a collaboration of so many talented Nigerian artists to do this kind of artwork exhibition. I've been here so many times to see so many different museums, art galleries to do this kind of great exhibition.
With the quality of works that we have here showing today, it shows that yes, the art development in Nigeria is gaining progress, and it is not a slow progress, it's a fast progress. So we are calling on the general public to catch up with us, by trying to appreciate some of these rare artworks that are coming out. Because very soon some of these artworks, will go beyond our reach. So people are coming for them internationally, and we would like our local people to benefit more from them.
Today again, they are honoring one of the doyens of Nigerian arts, founding father of the Society of Nigerian Artists, who coincidentally is my father. At the point where they had chosen him as the honorary for this year, he hadn't chosen this gallery, so it was a big coincidence that the gallery is also hosting this year's exhibition, during which he is being honored. We are very happy to be part of the movement.
Nigeria's first chess variant, the 1851 Agidingbi chess game, is a remarkable historical art exhibition at the Red Door Gallery in Lagos, a fully immersive experience bringing Lagos' rich history to life in a way that is both educational and entertaining. Let's take a look.
I must congratulate Ade Damola for this amazing original concept of telling our story through the game of chess. And all along when you've seen the game of chess, it's always depicted by foreign gladiators. But this time, he has pitched the African gladiators against the foreign invader. And it's quite clear. So what he does that is bring home forcibly to you what actually transpired those many centuries ago. And really, it's a wonderful development. I hope many more artists will begin to tell our story in such an imaginative way, in such an original way, depicting our own people that we have our own style, we have our own custom, our own culture, our own battle attire, not just the foreign fighters with the barrels of the guns and all that, you know. It's wonderful, and the story has been so beautifully told, except, like I said, he stopped halfway. We need to at least, if we take up a story, we will end it up at some point where it makes sense. And then the next exhibition, of course, we continue the story. You know, we have all seen that main battle was to curb the excesses of Oba Kosoko from carrying on slave trade. But you see, there was victory at the end of that. They were able, with the support of the people of Eko, who did not believe in slavery, to actually win the battle. And then, of course, the succession of Oba Akintoye, from where peaceful coexistence and reign started in Lagos. And of course, trade became more buoyant and life became more abundant, you know. So, you can see, I'm sure all of us have something to take away from what we have seen here today about the history of Lagos. So people who didn't know the beginning of Lagos, that we actually fought, that our ancestors fought for the emancipation of Lagos, we now begin to see that perhaps maybe it's not a no man's land. Some people fought for it and made it sustainable and make it a beautiful, happy, prosperous place that it is today, that we are all enjoying.
1851 Agidingbi chess game is a historical game and Nigeria's first variant of the chess game designed by Nigerian culture activist and historian Oludamola Adebowale. It is fashioned after the traditional chessboard to teach the history of Lagos and built to commemorate the 170th memorial anniversary of the bombardment of Lagos by the British naval forces. The 1851 Agidingbi chess game features a traditional checkerboard design and unique check pieces named after Lagos royalties and chieftains, including Erelu Kuti of Lagos as the Queen Mother, the Oba of Lagos as the King, Adamu Eyo as the Ru, Omo Ogun Eko as the Pawn, Eletu Odibo as the Bishop, and Abagbon as the Knight. The game was invented as a way to make history fun.
I think it's a good way to tell our stories. One of our history in Lagos, right? And what other way is best to do this if it's not using games, right? Chess is one of the foremost games in the world today. And using the chessboard to represent our heroes, you know, to represent the people that fought our battle, to represent the people that we'll call our warriors, right? It's a very good way of teaching history to everybody. One of the things that we lack in our society is telling our story, right? And using games to tell stories is a brilliant idea. I must congratulate the 1851 Agidingbi crew on this, and I think it's very, very resounding.
1851 Agidingbi launch is definitely one of a kind, literally, because aside this one being the first chess variant, the exhibition in Nigeria, this is the first time you're going to have the chess, which is usually black and white, in different characters that is telling the story of the bombardment of Lagos, which a lot of people do not know. Probably so many people did not know that at some point Lagos had about 22,000 estimated, and then it got reduced to 5,000. What happened in between? So much. But because history is not so much taught these days in schools and people did not know what happened, so nobody had an idea. Well, let me not say nobody, there were some people who had the idea, and so they felt people need to hear these things more often. Hence the chess game, which actually started as an exhibition and then something prompted something, and here we are. So much. Number one, I think everything will just be summarized that history needs to be told. And it is said that people who do not know history, who do not learn from history, will definitely repeat it. And trust me, when history is repeated, most times it is negative and more disastrous. So please, let more people be aware of their origin, their source, their culture.
We don't have anything like this yet in Nigeria, so this is the first brand of the chess game, like I said, and it's a way of further telling Nigerian story or Lagos history. We need to tell our story, we need to tell our authentic Nigerian story. We don't want foreigners to come into the country and be telling our story for us, so this is one way I'm using to tell the Nigerian story. More like me being a researcher, a historian, a curator, there's a need where we are saddled with the duty to keep telling our stories, and this is what we've done with the 1851 Agidingbe chess game. So these are all the characters that we have on display. We have the Adamu Orisha, we have the Oba Lagos, we have the Renukuta, the Queen Mother, and here we have the first chessboard, no, the second one, and the first chessboard is over there. So yeah, it's storytelling, and the idea is to create an immersive experience in telling Lagos history. The story of the 1851 Agidingbe is also the story of Nigeria. So it's not just about we are telling Lagos history, it's also telling the story of Nigeria too. So that's what we've done here.
Welcome back, guys. Now let's dive into the African-Asian Artistic Connection, the Oceans and the Interpreters exhibition that took place at two prestigious venues, the Yaba Arts Museum at the Yaba College of Technology and the Mad House at the University of Lagos. Let's go there.
Today's exhibition is the title is the Oceans and the Interpreters, and the exhibition is hosted at the main house, the University of Lagos, and also the Yaba Tech, which in the Yaba Art Museum. And this exhibition aims to bring the Asian artists to the Western African to showing the bridge between the Africans and also Asian continents by the perspective of the contemporary art. Today's exhibition will include several different video works and also the photographies from the Korean artist Cheon Jones. So for example, like Cheon Jones' work, we're talking about the Nigerian diasporas living in Korea. And also Vietnamese artist Andre Truan's works is talking about the historical cooperations between Asian and African soldiers. And Taiwanese artist Zhang Enman's work is talking about the migrations of African giant snail. So we were also organizing the workshop of how to cook in snail, but in Taiwanese way.
This is a very unique collaboration among different artists and art association from Taiwan and from Nigeria and also different countries. Because we have 3 Taiwanese artists that are coming into Lagos this time to join the CCA Lagos with the University of Lagos and also with Yaba College of Technology, who put out a joint collaboration of artwork coming from different parts of the world to showcase how people would like to exhibit their true reflection of how the nature and also how the society can actually work out a way to have a much more peaceful way of life. Through artwork, they can actually collaborate with each other and exchange ideas. So this is a great experiment, and also for our own Taiwanese artists to experience this part of the Africa, to see how they can collaborate with the artists from this part of the world.
And you can see at my background, this is part of our big project. When I say we, it means Gregor and Elon Vance. They will also introduce their parts in our cooperation project later. And we have this big cooperation project called the Currency. With the Currency, we want to investigate the value exchange. So it's not only about money exchange, but also different kinds. Like the work you can see at my background, we did the research in Ghana, in Accra. There is a very big e-waste dump area called Agro-Brochet. And we went there and we did a performance in this place, kind of interact with the e-waste in Agro-Brochet, and we produced a song out of it. So it's kind of sound or performance work which want to research about how the abandoned or waste electricity device circulate in a global scale.
We are exhibiting two products, a film experimental movie that's titled The Currency Since in Agro-Brochet. In that documentary, we are showing a very big cemetery of e-waste in Africa and make people aware of all the environmental problems that is creating. The second product is a vinyl called The Currency. That's the first product we did together. We, Aminchi, Gregor and I. And that vinyl is also a way to explore what currency means to us today and what are the values behind it.
This exhibition, influenced by Wole Soyinka's The Interpreters, delves into the complexities of African-Asian relationships and their artistic interpretations. Curated by Nobuo Takamori, this exhibition showcases the artwork of various artists from different countries, including Malaysia, Korea, Vietnam, and Greece.
It's an e-waste recycling site in the world, and so when your electronic devices that you use in Europe or the US, when they don't want to use it anymore or when they broke, then most of it coming to Accra, and then the people there, they burn the plastic and then they resell the metals to Chinese companies, and then they will make a new electronic devices out of it. And we are researching how this system is going on and how this global circulations of the production and the recycling is going on, and how the workers are there, and also to see the problems of the environment and the working conditions, but also see it as a way to deal on a global level with the humanity.
So the exhibition really is about the relationship between Asia and Africa, and the fact that there has been dialogue between the regions in different ways across histories. You'll find installations around snail, for instance, the African snail finding its way to Taiwan, and what does that mean in terms of food and culture, and also issues around colonization and how both regions have been colonized and now dealing with these issues around decolonization. You'll see exhibitions around the environment as well, and currency. And I think in Nigeria we know that currency is a big issue, but thinking about it across the region, what it means to change money, to do business together, to communicate. So these are all themes that are coming through in the work. The exhibition is primarily video, but there's also installation. There's also a workshop as well, a cooking workshop that is a collaboration between Taiwanese artists Chang Eung Man and Temitayo Ogumbi, Nigerian artist.
This is about Africa's life in South Korea. I started this project in 2020 during COVID. I wanted to know how Africa lived, in South Korea during COVID. But I started the project relations between Africa and Korea and Asia since 2012. So I think I know a little bit about Africa's life and culture. But when I started this project, it was really hard to find where they live and how they live. There was no information on, internet or newspaper. So, yeah, I found them accidentally, and yeah, they live together in small town where U.S. military is stationed. So, yeah, I started from a family project. I took family picture and give them, and I wanted to get close. And after that, I got to know other people, artists and Igbo man who married a Korean woman. Yeah, so my work has been expanded to more like a cultural and the diverse, like a mixed race between two continents. So yeah, things like this. Is it too short?
The show we are witnessing today, it's a collaborative one because we have a Center for Contemporary Art, that is CCA, and Yaba Art Museum, coming together to actually to organize this particular exhibitions. We have several artists, because it's a group show. Especially from around the world, we have Korean artists, we have Bangladesh, we have Nigerian artists, all coming together, which culminated into what we're witnessing today. And it's about sharing experience. Art is about symbolic expressions. This particular show, which which entails video art, photography, installations, we can see different artists coming out with their own symbolic expression.
Life is a work of art. If you don't like what you see, paint over it. The Art Express will be back same time next week. Bye for now.